Welcome to CircleCI Foundations, Introduction to Dynamic Configuration. First, what is dynamic configuration? Dynamic configuration is the ability to dynamically generate and update your configuration. So your pipelines are no longer limited to running workflows defined in the config file that's committed to your code repository on GitHub or Bitbucket. Through the use of setup workflows and a setup config, you can now dynamically generate a configuration file at runtime to run workflows in a pipeline. The purpose of the setup workflow is so you can generate the config that you want to run without being limited by what is already committed in your repo. In fact, you could store a few different generated config files in your .circleci folder and then configure this setup workflow to decide which one to use at the start of the pipeline. It doesn't matter where the new config comes from or how you create it. The setup workflow enables your pipeline to programmatically decide what it should do next. You have a wide range of freedom to make your pipelines really dynamic with setup workflow. By enabling dynamic config, you can run a targeted subset of your configuration when a pipeline is triggered, rather than running all of your workflows and jobs within the pipeline every time. That means enhanced flexibility and control. You can leverage dynamic config to more efficiently and intentionally run pipelines. This shortens build times and reduces credits burned to make minor changes. That means you save credits, you save money. Even in mono repos, each module can have its own unique config that only runs when necessary and then can combine with other modules configuration files to make a completely generated configuration file. To enable setup workflows, we start by going to the project's advanced settings and toggle the option that says enable dynamic config using setup workflows. Now it's enabled, and you can create a dynamic configuration. So what that looks like is almost the same as a standard CircleCI config.yaml. We add the top level key setup true. You can see it on line 3 here. This designates that this config.yaml is a setup workflow configuration, which means now you and your team can get up and running with dynamic configuration. There's not much else to do on that front. And there's so many more things you can do. It's not just mono repos or triggering specific configs to save credits. There are endless possibilities with dynamic configuration, and we want to know what you're going to do with it. So to get started with dynamic configuration, visit the docs, read the guides we have, and ask questions on our community forum, which will be linked in the description. Let's get even more ideas about what is possible with dynamic configuration. As always, thank you for joining me for this Intro to Dynamic Configuration Foundation series.